Welcome to Integrative Approaches to Mastering Wellness, lovingly known as I Am Well MD. I'm Tanikella, pediatrician and life coach, and I help people who are wired and tired break free from the chains of overwhelm so they can enjoy the life they've worked so hard to create. So, 2024 is here, and if you're anything like me, I had spent a good bit of December thinking about what my New Year's resolution should be. And I ultimately decided that I wanted to be done with hustle. What does that mean? It means that I don't want to deal with being overwhelmed anymore. In previous years, I was always really ambitious with my New Year's resolutions. It was just too hard for me to pick one or two goals, and I often found myself with a long list. I think one year I got up to 27 goals that I wanted to achieve, which looking back is both hilarious and also a little embarrassing to present day me. I had, of course, my health goals and the classic weight loss goals. Had goals to foster better relationships with family members and friends, career goals, and honestly, the list went on and on and on. But this December, I had decided that I only wanted to pick one singular goal, and that was to stop the hustle. And initially, I'll admit, I felt a little funny. I was so used to having multiple lofty goals that this actually felt like a little bit of a cheat, maybe even a little bit lazy. But as I thought about it, it really resonated with me. Why? From grade school onwards, I had been given pats on the back for work well done. I grew up thinking that if I did more and more, that this would make me worthy of acceptance, positive regard, even love. And I got older. I acquired degree after degree, certification after certification. And now, as an adult, I found that I had this wonderful sense of accomplishment. But once that feeling of pride faded, I was already on to the next thing. I didn't give myself time to rest, reflect, or even celebrate before moving on. It got to a point where I started to feel like I was running too fast on a treadmill. Have you ever had that feeling? I have to say it's actually a little bit sad, but I've lived that way for decades. And when I look around me, I know I'm not the only one. So many of my colleagues are just the same way. And it's not just my colleagues in the medical field, it's people in other industries too, whether it's lawyers, police officers, teachers. So many of us are struggling with balancing career and family, and we all feel like we're constantly running. And it begs the question, are we running from something? Are we running to something? Why are we hustling so darn much? That's why I chose this resolution. It's not a resolution just for 2024. It's a change that I'm planning to make in my lifestyle with the goal of improving balance in my life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I physically slow down. In fact, it means that I mentally slow down, like in a good way. Um, because what I have found in these first couple of days of the new year was once I started to implement this non-hustle mentality, I still got stuff done. I know, shocking, right? What it really did was it took away that sense of overwhelm, that sense of urgency, and it allowed me to see what needed to get done with peace. And I got it done, or if I needed help, I was able to ask for help to get it done, and it was fine. It was interesting to really see that transition because what it gave me was time for self care and restoration and quality time with my loved ones without feeling guilty about not feeling overwhelmed. It caused me to shed parts of my personality that created drama. I got to shed a part of my personality that was not helpful. And because my mind is thinking about how to take the hustle out, it forced me to create simplicity. That means I'm actually thinking, okay, well, how do I make things simple? How do I make things easier? And guess what, people? It's not that hard all the time. So I think what I've ultimately done is I've literally Marie Kondoed my life. That phrase of sparking joy really stuck with me. And the hustle mentality wasn't doing it for me. It's sad that this is a mentality that's so prized in our culture, but unfortunately, it's put us in a place where we're unable to see the things that bring joy into our lives. And if we do see the things that bring joy into our lives, we don't allow ourselves the time or emotion to genuinely enjoy them. So, I'd like to wish all of you a 2024 that is peaceful and happy and does not carry the level of overwhelm that perhaps you have been carrying on your shoulders for days, months, or years. With that, have an awesome week. I will see you next time on I Am Well MD.